Okay, guys, so in this video, what we're gonna do is basically go over how to put a followers and a following list in Django. So I'm just gonna start presenting now. Cool. Cool. So we have this project open here. Actually, it would be a better idea if I first of all show you the end result. Okay, so let's just go there by itself. So let's. So actually, you can also go here, .herokuapp.com. It will take a while to turn on because on Heroku the apps are sleeping for 30. After 30 minutes of inactivity, they start sleeping. So it takes a few seconds to turn on. So yeah. So basically, this what I've made here is an Instagram clone, and then I'll just log in here and show you what I mean by a followers and a following list. So if you go to profile, you see here like users you are following, it shows up here, and then I'm following Abdul, Alex, and June. So say I go to explore, I just follow, say, another user, and go to the profile. It shows up in my profile section. The reason why these images are not showing up properly here is because it's also this follow needs to be fixed, but in this you can fix that CSS basically later. I'll show you the code. So what I'll show you now is like you have no followers, it says right now. I want to change that. So what I'll do is I'll log in into, say, I'll check whether I have the password Alex Jr. or one of these, and I'll make them my followers. So for that, I'm just going to open a new window, an incognito window. Go to InstaClone Heroku app, and then already got an account. We're going to try, and then 1, 2, 3, 5. So yeah, let's just make a new account by this time. Like, actually, let's just try Alex. Yeah, let's just make a new account. I don't know their passwords. Need an account, so I'll go like say, what's a good name, like and then email is just like new@gmail.com. So password is 1234678. Okay, and then create a new account. Your account was successfully created. It says login now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. So now, if you go in profile, it says like I'm Lanika, my email, and like the default is not showing up, but I don't have any posts. So if I go now and explore and follow Lakshay, right? If I follow that guy, and then I go back to here and refresh this, it will say that I have a follower here. It doesn't say that. Damn it. Should say right. Ooh, it doesn't say. Cool. So we will build that now. I thought it will say, but in this video we will build that. Okay. Also, we'll as a bonus thing, I will in the end fix this profile pictures. But for now, at least we can see that if I change the profile picture here, maybe it will change. I'm sorry, guys. I haven't touched this. What's the name of this? I haven't touched this app in a while. As in a good way. So where's the images stuff? It's somewhere here, right? Media, yeah, profile pics. Yeah, you saw me there. Okay, so basically, if we change this update profile, so we updated Danika's profile. It's just uploading here somewhere, and then once it's done, yeah, it shows up here. It's a big image, so it took some time. So if I go now, it will show up like. In Explorer, it will show up. Yeah, it shows up there. Also in Danica, she can see my image. Say if we open this one, if she goes to explore, she can see that Lakshya has a profile picture here and she can follow him. And then it will show up in her profile that users you are following. Before it was saying that she's not following. So like if you go like admin, INSTA Insta Heroku app, and you go like admin, right? You can change what's the name? What are we changing? Users maybe, yeah. So if you go Danica and we remove her followers basically. Groups, this is groups, don't worry about this. They joined. Yeah, it's actually not in users, it's in a profile. So every user has a profile. So in Danica's profile, actually, because I thought like one user should be able to have more than one profile. Like the user is the same, but he has a business profile and that kind of. So basically, I just changed like Danica's profile, so she doesn't have any followers now. So this is still Danica here. If I refresh now, it will say, okay, it logged me into the Lakshya's account because that's, so I'll log in into Danica again. So if I go profile of Danica now, it says you have no followers, you're not following any user. So that's basically what we're going to be building, a following list and a followers list. I'll fix this followers list as well in this section. Cool. So how do we go about it? So first of all, let's close this. So cool. So the code for this basically is inside views, I think. Yeah. Basically the template, right? The template is accepting is the important part. So profile, my profile, where's my profile? What is that? PROFI, yeah, edit profile is there, and then profile.html is here. Cool, so if we look closer at the code, I'll make it bigger for you guys. Okay, and then more big. Yeah, so we can look at the code even like with that kind of thing. So extends base, load static. So what we are working on right now is this is going to be like, okay, maybe I can put here. Cool. So what we're working on right now is basically number one, showing you the code for template of what's the template of? Basically the followers list and following list. Then we will go about passing, like sending the data from the views to the template. Sending the data from the views to the templates of. Actually, I want to make this bigger as well, so that you can see. Yeah, that's better. Showing you the code of templates of followers and list and following list. So that's pretty much done. Then I'll send the data in like context, which is called context, from the views.py, and that's in my profile function. I will show you as well. PROFILE in def. Def profile to templates of template. Yeah, template profile.html. Cool. So what else? So we will send the data, and then what else we need to do? Make a test if it's working. Fix the followers, like your followers, people following you. Okay, and then fix the in the end bonus. I will fix. This is like CSS and static stuff. So fix. You guys can leave if this is not relevant. So we will be fixing the default default image not showing properly. And then for me later, I will just change the admin. That's just for me. Don't worry. Cool. So showing you the code for templates in the following and the followers list. So let's minimize this. So let's go here. Says right here. Cool. So include my followers HTML and include I am following HTML. Basically, you need to include these in your profile HTML inside your block. Okay, somewhere depends on you how you want to format it. What I've done is like basically there's a user info HTML, which is basically this part. Hold up. This is basically this part of the so if you see like users info HTML, that is coming this part. That's this part. This ego. This part is the users HTML, and then I should be able to do a better job at this. But anyways, so this part you can see my mouse, right? This part is the user HTML. Then this is just a comment here, top row, next row. So this is just a next row inside, like a div row needs posts. So then there is a posts and my posts and posts for loop HTML, my post for loop. So post for so this is one is my post and the other one is posts I like, this one. And then there's another one in which I put the include my followers HTML. So let's go and check the my followers HTML, and which is basically these two my followers. This is pretty similar, the my followers, and but a few changes. So this is called my followers HTML. So we will go here and cross this out, my followers. So it's a very simple code, as you can see. We have like your followers, which shows up here. Your followers, okay, and if followers are first, it shows your followers. You have no followers. So basically, this is the upper one. It's not getting any context, so it's not showing that. If it doesn't have that one, it just says you have no followers. So that is where this is coming from. You have no followers. You have no followers. Okay. So you can have a look at the code for a second, and basically it's an if statement and if statement, like for statement for f1 and followers. So we need to send it like followers as a context. You know, this page we need to send it as a followers context. Also, if we go in the other one, I think it's called post for loop. No, it's called the I am following, something like that, right? I am following, yeah. So basically pretty much the same. Users you are following, and instead you're not following any users, what we just saw. So same has the if statement, if following dot first. So I am sending following in here. So if I search for that, like Control Shift F, FOLLOWING, if I search for that following, and then if I do like that, or maybe, yeah, I think it should be in the views, right? So I'll just show it in the views here. Cool. So it's in the profile section of your code. Let's make it a bit smaller. That's pretty much the profile section. So let's go line by line of what's happening here. So this is the main part. Like you need to know how the views work. So this is basically taking this view, profile view is taking a request, which is rendering that request as the profile HTML with some context. So in the context, I am sending following, but I am not, I can see here, not sending followers. Okay, so that's why followers is not working. So what I'll do is basically make another thing here, just in the end. Maybe I need to put it up somewhere, but let's see. Context followers, right? So we have following and following, so we just need to make a followers. Followers is equal to user request.user. And now you need to check if you made the proper thing. Like for me, I made it in models. Okay, so for me, it's in models.following.all. So what you need to do, like if you have a profile model, you need to do that, like profile profile dot. Let me check what's my model for the profile. So I will just go like Control Shift F profile. It'd be class, right? Class profile. So it says right here on the models.py, we have the class profile. So it only has a following. Wow, I didn't even add a. So basically what you need to do is like make a profile model, and then that profile model should like have a one-to-one field with a user with this kind of thing. You can give him an image if you want, and then this is the following. So following, you need to just add like so basically don't worry about the rest this code or this code much. Maybe just you need to import this and this for this to work, like these two imports, but that's all we need in the following, in the profile section. So basically following, go like follower for LLOWERS, followers equal models dot many to many field. What does it say? Self. So what does this self do? So self is basically just taking itself, like because followers is also a profile, so that's why it's self. And then symmetrical is false, because I think that what that means is basically if somebody follows you, you're not following them. So if you don't do that, the default is true. I think so. Blank equals true. So blank equal true means that it's possible that somebody has no followers on the admin page. So basically just we need to add that line, save that, and then go back to our views, and we can do like request.user provide the followers dot all, I think followers dot all. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that will pretty much fix stuff for us, like now we are sending followers through, and then we should this should show up in the admin. Okay, so followers should show up in the admin now. So let's test that. So I will run server now from a local because it's not hosted on GitHub. I mean, it's not gone, it hasn't been published to, what's the name, Heroku and stuff. So we can't see stuff here in the Heroku. We need to make a server for that. Cool. So let's do that. What we'll do is like open the terminal, and in the terminal we'll basically activate our venv, and then we will go like Python 3.8. So you don't have to do 3.8 if you're on Windows and you install Python correctly. I'm on Linux, so that's the problem. But anyways, use the Visual Studio Code. So manage.py run server. Okay. So what does it say? Redis URL. I'll just comment that out because it's just Redis. You won't get this code if you haven't put like Redis stuff in that. It's basically just complaining about Redis. Tasks.py. I'll just temporarily here. There's a cannot import, so I'll just comment that as well. The error I'm getting is basically like what's the name of it? I haven't configured my environment variables properly. So yeah, so what we need to do is basically crashes with the reverse instance profile default edition related name argument. Cool. So if you have these two, you might get these errors. Okay, like reverse, so like it says like I have the same thing, so you need to add basically reverse thing. Class clashes with reverse hint add a related name arguments to the definition of profile or followers. So just copy that and go to your models, and we will close this for now. In the models here, just give a related field here as well. Control V, related name. For now, I'll just give it anything, basically just like followers. I'm not very sure about this, like, what's the name? I'll just say test because I know this fixes the problem, but the name convention is not really good because I don't really understand what related name does. But like I sort of understand, I will go forward. Like, so I'll put it at the task, like just learn more about related name and models. We'll do that later. Cool. So that should now fix the error. I'll give another error. Okay, so I now it's just complaining about the other stuff. You guys don't need to worry about this because saying password authentication failed. Because you know this is working on Heroku. It's not very happy to work on the local. Just give me 1 sec, guys. Password authentication failed for user. So where is this? Setting.py. Yeah, in the local, I will also use, instead of using Postgres, I will use the database, which is SQLite, so that it's happy. I think because we made some, what's the name? We need to migrate as well. So we added the fix the followers. So then added the follow list. What's it called? Field in the model. So needs to migrate. Okay, so now when I do run server, I haven't migrated, so it will tell me to migrate. Okay, let's go here. So does it say migrate? Like, no, it doesn't say migrate, but still we haven't migrated, so that's a biggie. So, but it's still working. So for now, if I check here, right, if I go here, or add not defined. Oh, come on, man. I was just complaining about add again, so that's the problem. No, you guys really don't need to worry about that. Worry. Because there's like a lot of experimental stuff here, so it does work. So if you go into admin now, we will still not see the followers because we haven't made the migration. So I just want to show you the migration stuff. If you go profiles, selections profile, see it gives like Insta profile followers, no such table, no such table. This means that the migration has not been made properly. So what I'll do basically is just delete my, because it's like really old also, so I don't know much about it. So I'll just delete my migrations and temporarily. because I'm using GitHub, so everything is safe. So basically, delete my migrations. You can at any time delete your migrations during development, and it's not a biggie. So basically, delete that shit stuff. Then what we will do is also delete our SQLite database, like shift delete. Make sure you want to delete SQLite, yes. Then, yep. Then what we can do is Control C, Python manage.py. Instead of run server, we will go like here. We will go Python manage.py. Make migrations. No change selected. I make migrations. Mine is called. You need to give your app name. So InstaClone is my app name. So it says like create a model, create a model, create a model, and then what you can do is basically migrate. This just makes this function migrate. This writes the tables. Okay, so it says somewhere here. Yeah, just like initial stuff, sessions, initial, cool. So now if we go and run server now, make migrations basically writes the code in these files, and then migrate actually takes the code from these files into makes the database file. So if I refresh here, we see the database is back, and then the migrations, all the stuff is not all like, they're basically from scratch, they're back. Cool, so if we open now, after you delete your database, you might also need to again make a super user. So we will do that now. Create super, because we don't have a, what is this y? Where does this y keep coming from? So LKSHY, email address LKSHY@gmail.com. That's not a valid email. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Cool. So it's created, and then we'll go run server, and then back to here. Go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Logged in, and now we have like in the profiles, we have Laksha's profile, which has following and followers. Cool. And no errors. Cool. So what I'll do is make a new user. Let's just do it on the front end side. So this was create super user. So there's like no posts, no nothing. And also in the profile, no context is referenced before assignments. Okay. So in your views, there's a context problem. So let's just fix that. In InstaLS, there is like views. Context is referenced before assignment. What do you think? Yeah, just basically go like context equals empty. Yeah, instead of this, just move this line below. Yep. So context followers, just move that below is better, and we'll fix the error. Because just saying context is done before assignment. Cool, so that does fix it. So we have like Laksha's profile here, you have no followers, you have no following users. And then if we, okay, yeah, we also need to make sure the button works, like the button on the Explorer. So if we go Explore, so let's first make a new account, need account. So username will be like abdul@gmail.com. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we create user, create account created successfully. So we go profile, it's like Abdul's profile, and he can see that Lakshya is there if he clicks follow. So nothing really new here, but like what we want to see now is when we are sending the followers, right? Like we are sending followers here, and then in the, let's just test it. Let's test it. So if we go like Abdul is following this one, and let's open a new tab on the right side and log in with Lakshay on the other tab. So if we go log in, go profile, you have no followers. So basically there's some context problem here still. Because it definitely says users you're following is Lakshay, and in Lakshay it says you have no followers. So basically what's happening here is you have no followers. You have no, where it says you have no followers. So include, and then for F1 in followers include this, and then is it using one user profile? Yeah, that should be fine for F1 and followers, because one user profile is using. So in followers, if followers at first, your followers. It's followers at first. So followers, we are sending followers, or what are we sending? FOLLOWERS. FOLLOWERS. Okay, so at the time of when we click that button, right, like the follow button, let's see what happens when we click that button, because at that time it's not adding you as a follower in the other thing. So where's the button which clicks like follow? Search here. So one user profile. So when we do it, like it does a post request on the profile, and then profile ID PK post request, and name, any name here, name profile ID. Cool. So in the views, we just search for profile ID. Okay, so I think you guys also need to know this code. You know, just this is like one user profile code. So basically, this is the code for this part. This part only, where this says follow button. So this is the button, which is this follow button. Okay, and cool. So it is inside a post method. Okay, and we have a CSRF token. So when this button is clicked, the name with the value of profile.pkid is gone here. You know, in the views. Here, if the method is post, so it's checking if profile ID request or getter. If profile ID is not none, P1 is equal to get profile ID request or user following add. So it is adding in the following, right, of the request or user. But we what also want to do is P1 dot followers dot add request or user. I think we should have done the symmetrical thing, right? Yeah, but anyways, so this line here fixes that for us as the followers to. Now if we go back and click here to save that. So go to profile and explore, click follow, profile instance is expected, simply got, okay, the profile, we need to do profile instead, user.profile. Here, just explore, follow, like show that to your following list, and then in here, if you refresh, your followers shows up here. Let's test it again. Need an account. So say instead of Abdul, we can go like AZIZ, like aziz@gmail.com, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Create account. Okay. Log in there, explore. Hold up. So I'm Abdul. Okay. I'm Abdul. So I can see Lakshay. So Lakshay has a follower Abdul, and if I click, I am Aziz here, and if I click on explore and follow Lakshay, and then go here, it's like Abdul and Aziz both are following Lakshay. And now if I go explore and follow, this is like Aziz. He has no followers right now. If I go back, even from my own profile, actually, if I follow Aziz and I refresh Aziz's profile, so he says you have no followers. Okay, yeah, basically the code is not here in the, it's in explore.py, not in the post request, is not handled properly. So basically just go here, and if Lakshay, so see it's Lakshay here, and says goes to explore and follows Aziz, and then Aziz does that, so like your follower is Lakshay and you are following Lakshay, and then of profile like your follower is Abdul and this and all good. Cool. So now we have done, what have we done? We have done showing you the code for templates. So this is kind of done. Like I haven't shown you all the templates. So I haven't shown you the includes. So you can just go in the GitHub and check that later, or just make your own includes. You need to handle post requests and like submitting stuff like that, and then I'll show you my whole like this is the explore function. So this is what is happening in the explore. If request or user is authenticated, type explorer. Just basically the main part is this one. P1 is like just a random object. Cool. Next, what we have here is the profile, right? This is my profile. Cool. So that was profile, and this is explore. What you can do is pause here and check that, and then pause here and check that. I can't share this code right now because my assignment is not over. Maybe after June I will share this code, but for now you have this part of the code. Cool. So what we have next in our thing. So showing you that sending data to context. Yeah, we did that. Test if working, did that. Fix the following list, did that. Bonus. So yeah, the pretty much is done. I'll just stop the video here. I'll make another video on how to fix the default image not showing properly and learn more about related names. This one we will do another video. Cool. So thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully that answers the question of what's this guy? Tejas. Thank you for your reply. I've made a video like followers and following Django. Cool. So work is done. Oh, where is it now?